Hey, what's up, fam? Big Ben here. It is about 2 in the morning, and I'm just starting my day. But if you're me, there is no day. It's work, sleep, eat, work, sleep. So no set patterns. It's just I get in there and I do what I do. But anyway, if you all know me, you know that I am a veteran Hollywood screenwriter, been in the business well over 30 years, writer, producer, director. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. And my latest interest and passion is in AI filmmaking, artificial intelligence. And my hot take on AI filmmaking is that there is no such thing as AI filmmaking. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I've been filmmaking for a long time, well over 40 years or so. And I I'm an old dude. And I was, back in the day, the first thing I was cutting 8 millimeter film on a little tiny Steinbeck. We cut the film and then tape it back together and all that. So for me, when you say filmmaking, you're talking about you need three major things to be a filmmaker, to be making a film. In my opinion, you need a camera, a subject, and a location. Subject could be anything, an actor, a person, human, a dog, cat, plant, tree, whatever. But whatever, they have to exist in the corporal world. If what you create and present is not that, only exist as pixels, digital, what have you, you're not talking about filmmaking, you're talking about animation. And I don't care how photorealistic it is, it's still animation. So, that's the main thing to understand what's going on with AI filmmaking. I don't consider what I do filmmaking. I consider a new technology for animating. And that's kind of like what I do. I create stills and then I animate them. Now, I understand there's a whole lot of hate and fear towards AI storytelling. That's what I'm going to call it. Because, the number one thing, and I agree, is that is well deserved, is that, it's a process that's going to put a lot of people out of work, and it is putting a lot of people out of work. And I have a deep empathy for that because I've worked in Hollywood for such a long time. I've done everything, you name it, on a movie set, from craft service to stunts. I was a PA on Silence of the Lambs, and just oh man. And I've worked with some of the top names in the industry. I've gone out and pitched projects and sold projects to major studios. I work with I did work for Marvel for original films, and God, just a lot of work. And I got countless screenplays sitting on, shelves in every studio in town. So, when I talk about filmmaking, I'm talking from a perspective of, a lot of time, a lot of knowledge. The reason I'm into, I really like AI filmmaking. I did it. AI storytelling is that I am sci-fi buff and I'm a futurist, and I always enjoy, dabbling into something new, to seeing something new and experimenting with new things. And this technology is really fascinating. It's disruptive, yeah. But to me, that's exciting. It's exciting to be able to play with a new tool, to play with a new technology, and see what you can get out of it. So lately now we've been just inundated with a lot of slop. A lot of what they call AI slop. And yeah, it's true, it's a lot of slop. But if you're in the AI space, there's also a lot of really interesting, creative work that's being done out there by people who are artists at hand. So, that whole, oh, you're not a true artist if you use AI. I don't buy that. That's bullshit. A true artist can create with anything. AI is only a threat to hacks. If you're a hack creator, then yeah, AI is a threat to you. But if you are a true creator, you can use it as a tool to tell your stories, you know, but it's not easy. I think another comment that a lot of people say is, oh, it's easy. That's not hard. All you do is just tell, the machine what to do and press a button and the machine does it. Yeah, you could do that. But yeah, that's how you make slop. You just tell, hey, if you leave it up to the machine, you're going to get slop. But if you go into it with with knowledge and understanding of storytelling, then you can use it as a tool to tell good stories. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is it's got to be about good storytelling. And I don't care if you can get, $100 million, have studio backing, get the top actors together and make a movie. And if the story isn't going to be good, then you just have very, very expensive, studio produced slop. So, the tool isn't the thing, it's the mind behind the tool. I'm very fascinated and I'm very excited to see the potential of this new tool. And, that's the way I approach it, that's the way I look at it. I look at it as a tool, not as a cheat or anything like that, because I have big ideas. I have big, very ambitious ideas and stuff. And I've always wanted to make, and I got a few movies made. I get the big hit, Love and a Bullet, Blood and Bones, which has become just this big cult classic. There was another one with, oh God, what was that? Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro, Showtime. I wrote on that. And of course, I'm infamous for Dragon Ball Evolution, the worst anime adaptation of all time. So, hey, if you're going to fail, fail big. But anyway, I like this tool because I have big ideas. I have great ideas that, I would love to do in a traditional way. I would love to do, with top actors and studio backing and all that. But, trust me, I've been in this business for a long time, and Hollywood is not interested in doing those stories. For example, I want to do a big epic Game of Thrones style story about the Moorish conquest of Spain. I've got a script, I've got everything taken care of, and I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, Hollywood has no interest, zero, zip, nada, of making that story. But I can use these tools, I could use AI, and I can create it. See, the thing is that with animation, you can use live actors, you can use voice actors. Most of the stuff that I do, I use voice actors, or I act it out myself, and then apply those voices to characters that I animated through artificial intelligence. So through this process, I can make my more story. I can make my more movie. And that's the beauty of it. If you're an established, experienced filmmaker, this is a wonderful tool if you don't have money, if you don't have the budget. So from that perspective, I think if you have an interest in AI, don't let opinion steer you away from using the tool, especially if you're a creative, if you're a filmmaker, you know, like a guerrilla filmmaker, and by guerrilla filmmaker, I mean you get the job done. You have a story to tell and you tell it by any means necessary. I am a staunch advocate of using actors, using much on-screen talent because AI can't act. AI is just dreadfully dreadful at actors. So you got to use live actors if you want anything good, and you have to understand film language because AI does not really understand film language. It understands shots. It can create shots for you, but it doesn't understand the psychology, the meaning of the shots. And you can spend all day trying to get something as simple as he walks he walks off screen, camera left. AI is always trying to do more. So it's a very, very fascinating, disruptive, and interesting technology, and that's exciting to me because, truth be told, I haven't been excited about what I've seen coming out of Hollywood in quite some time. I'm actually bored to death with it. So I am very excited to see something new and seeing what people that are bold enough, that have the skill set, what they can do with these tools. And for those of you that just hate AI for just for it existing, I understand that too. So, hey, congratulations, you are now officially old. Now you have something to shake your cane at, you damn kids and your damn AI. So, anyway, I don't generally do this talking heads thing, but I thought I'd talk about it this time around, and I'm just going to keep doing what I do, and see what happens. Maybe people look at it, maybe nobody looks at it at all. But for the first time in my long career in Hollywood, I'm getting to make the stories that I want to make. With nobody telling me, no, you can't do this. No, you can't make that story. That's the beauty of artificial intelligence. The next one, I'm going to talk about, the hazards of it, because I am probably one of the earliest adopters of AI, and I knew about it long before most people. Matter of fact, I knew about ChatGPT 10 years ago. So, anyway, that's it. Big Ben's out, and I'll talk to you next time, and we'll talk about some of the hazards of AI. All right, talk with you later. Peace.